Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Here is our independent work for this week, which is another practice with our R.A.F.T. graphic organizer. Our theme this week for our R.A.F.T. paragraph will be focusing on refugee, which is what we've been studying a little bit about what the word refugee means and reading some different refugee stories in preparation to read Refugee by Alan Gratz. So what's on this first slide here is our focus question. The first part of this is just some background information. It says refugees fleeing their home have to decide the most important items to pack into a small backpack or suitcase. They can only bring things that they can carry for a long distance. Imagine that you are forced to flee your home. What would you pack in your bag and why? So that's the question that we're going to be focusing on this week. Slide 2 is essentially like a space for you to do some planning. So the individual directions for your for this slide is over here in this yellow text box. So if you get to this slide and you can't remember what the directions were, they're right here. So first, we're going to pick 3 to 5 items that you'd want to pack with you. And there's a chart over here for you to keep track. So you're going to list the items here under the first column that says item. And then you're going to write a 1 to 2 sentence explanation. Why would you bring this item with you? If you had to leave your home right now, like a refugee might have to, why is this one of the items that you would bring? And then you're going to put all of those items and on the floor, on a table somewhere, and you're going to take a picture of the items you selected and insert that photo here. And you can do all of this right from your Chromebook. So that's step 1. And now slide 3 is where we work on using our R.A.F.T. graphic organizer to respond to this question. Again, the question up here, imagine that you are forced to flee your home. What would you pack in your bag and why? If you need a reminder as to how we complete any of these R.A.F.T. steps, the R.A.F.T. resource page is here. You just have to click in this text box and it will bring you right to all of those resources in one spot. So here's our hook sentence. So you might start with something about, you might borrow a sentence or two from the background information on slide 1, or you might use that as some help to write your own. So something about refugees needing to leave their home at the last minute. How would you feel if you had to leave your home at the last minute, or if you were forced to leave? And this you'd have now in your answer the question box, you pick 2 of the items that you've selected as your answer. So I would pack this and this, period. We don't say why here. This is just our answer to the question. So here, your fact in this instance, since we're not using an article, your fact here, it says the item you would bring. So one item that I would bring with me is my toothbrush, for example. And here is your explanation. Now you've done this already, right? Up on slide 2. So I can take that 1 to 2 sentence explanation and put that here. What I need to make sure that I've done in this explanation is say why this is an item that I would take with me. Why is this something that I feel is really important to take with me on this journey as a refugee? Now here, at my second item, another item I would bring is blah, and I put it there. And now again, I need to offer an explanation. Why is this item something that would be really important for me to take? Help for survival, help with some memento, something that's really special to me. And then your thoughtful conclusion, which we use our circle back around strategy. So we circle back to something we've said in the beginning, reword it in a different way to end our writing with. So once we think we're done, this is our little checklist. You have to make sure that you took a picture of 3 to 5 items that you would bring with you, that you put that picture on slide number 2. You filled out that chart that lists the item you would bring and a 1 to 2 sentence explanation for each. And then you used our R.A.F.T. organizer to respond to that question in paragraph form on slide 3. And all of those boxes are filled in. And once you've done that, you go back into Google Classroom and make sure you've turned this assignment in. Again, the focus here is really focusing on using all of the steps in a RAFT paragraph, making sure that we list our facts, that we have detailed explanations that link back to our answer. So if you get stuck on any pieces here, I would first check out the RAFT resources page, see if any of that will help you. And if not, come see me, come to office hours. I'd be more than happy to help you think this through and put together something that works and makes sense. Okay, good luck. I can't wait to see what you come up with.